What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Pixel Pulse, a video game podcast. And it's a solo episode this week, which means there's no one to fact check me, and I'm running the show completely unsupervised. What could go wrong? Let's find out. This is episode 19. My name is Justin Muslimi, and yes, guys, it's true. Unfortunately, it's just me this week. Kyle and I couldn't quite line up our scheduling. He was sick for a couple days. Then there was one day I got out of work just a little too late. Actually, really late. So we just couldn't. And he still wasn't feeling that well. So we just couldn't quite get our schedules to work out. Tonight he had a lot of stuff going on, so he couldn't join. He wanted to. He's here in spirit, guiding me and making sure I don't say anything I shouldn't be saying. But yeah, so just me guys today. Hope that's okay. Still have some things have been happening in the gaming space that we need to talk about. We need to discuss. And first I'll just tell you guys what I've been playing. I've been playing, this is kind of an older game now by today's standards, but Sayonara Wild Hearts. I saw this come up in my feed a few times. There's a particular content creator that just loves this game and talks about it once in a while. And it was finally on sale on PSN, and I picked it up. It was like $6.49, I think. So I mean, really good deal. The game itself isn't very long. I mean, you can beat it within an hour, but it's awesome. I mean, there's so many different. It borrows so many mechanics from so many different games. It's a rhythm game. It's a racing game. I mean, you fight enemies with a you have to do like timed button presses to like fight enemies. It's a shooter. There's a section where you're you're in a VR. You've got a VR headset on and you're going through levels and you're kind of maneuvering your way through obstacles. It's really cool. I love it. The soundtrack is banger, dude. It's so good. So yeah, if you guys, I'm sure it's on sale everywhere. Switch to Xbox, Steam. Usually when they hold sales for one platform, they're on sale everywhere. So I highly recommend it, guys. It's a banger of a game. I know I already said that, but no, it's super good though. It's one of the most. I mean, it's kind of like one of those artsy fartsy games, but I can be into that once in a while, and this is definitely one of those games where I love it. Definitely recommend it. Watch a trailer of it, watch a gameplay video, see if it's for you. But no, it's one of the most creative, fun games I've played in quite a long time. So yeah, go check it out. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I guess we can just get into some gaming news right away. I don't have Kyle to bounce off of, so it's probably going to be a shorter show, just because I won't have, another person, talking back and forth with. But that's okay. So we'll still get some gaming news done here. First thing I want to go through is, or go over, I should say, is they announced Unreal Engine 6. Got announced at the Rocket League showcase of all places. In fact, that's going to be the very first game to go to Unreal Engine 6. They announced it at the it was a Rocket League Championship Series Paris Major. That was the first public glimpse of Unreal 6. It looks. I mean, what they showed looks pretty good. I mean, I thought so. It looked really nice. You can definitely see cars are got this nice new little shine to it. The grass looks really nice, and it's good for. I think I know why they're going to use Rocket League for this. It's because I didn't know this until just recently, but Rocket League 6 has been still running on Unreal Engine 3. I was like, I couldn't believe that. So yeah, this is going to be a major upgrade for Rocket League. Because Unreal Engine 3, it's it's still limited to it doesn't have a lot of the current gen features of Unreal Engine, like the advanced physics and the high fidelity rendering. So this should be nice for it. Um, my son plays Rocket League a lot, so I know he'll notice the jump right away. I might not even tell him; just let him find out when he downloads the update. He'll just be like, "What? This looks way better. What happened?" But that's cool. I feel like we got this soon. I swear Unreal Engine 5 hasn't been out that long, right? Like, it doesn't feel like it. Um, I know a lot of studios, in fact, they've been struggling with Unreal Engine 5. It's just not very well optimized. I know a lot of games have struggled on it. So I almost wonder if they're just trying to rush this out the door and be like, hey, this is basically a more optimized version of Unreal Engine 5. We've worked out all the kinks now and we're ready to go. So maybe they're just trying to kind of put Unreal Engine 5 in the past already. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Could be. So, yeah, but there's that. Unreal Engine 6 announced. First game going to use it is going to be Rocket League. And we will move on here to some studio news. We have Media Molecules next game is kind of leaking out a little bit here. Some new details have leaked out. Apparently, it's going to be maybe an open world. It sounds like, which is quite the break from tradition from them. I feel like they're used to their more creative. Well, maybe it's going to have more the same type of creation tools, um, but yeah, no. This recently it was a recently surfaced resume, an online portfolio from a senior environment designer at the studio, uh, and he described this unannounced project as is open world content, suggesting like large nonlinear environments. Forge design, so like that indicates resource gathering mechanics, possibly with crafting or survival elements to it. Um, and then I'm reading here, level blocking out main POIs, so points of interest. So which is that's a pretty big staple, I would say, of any open world type game. Um, implying you know things to discover, exploration, objectives, that sort of thing. So I feel like Media Mall, because they had an interview, a couple years ago, and they had just detailed. I think they were asked about their next game, and they had said that it was going to be more of a game. It's along the lines of like Little Big Planet was more game than creation tool, whereas Dreams was definitely more creation tool, less game. So this is kind of going back to their more game, which is good. I mean, I'm happy. I bought Dreams. I played around a little bit with the. I didn't try to make any levels, but I did play some other people's levels, and there was quite a few that were pretty good. I mean, you can make a lot of neat stuff in that game for sure. But I don't know, it just didn't hold my attention for very long. I was like, this is a novel idea, but I just wanted to support Media Molecule, and it wasn't for me. It fell off. I fell off of it pretty quick, to be honest. And it looks like a lot of people did too, because I don't know. It's they're trying to, I think, to forget that game. I don't know. I don't think it sold very well, from the way it sounds. They didn't bring it to PC, which I thought that was the one game I thought would be a no brainer to bring to PC. Would be Dreams, creation tools. The PC community usually eats stuff like that up. So that was an odd decision, I thought, to not do that. Here, let me put this up a little bit. See the top of my head. But so yeah, no, they didn't. It stayed on PS4, and they never did anything with. I mean, well, they did give it PSVR support, which is neat, I guess, but that didn't really do anything to add to the longevity of the game, unfortunately. So, yeah, looking forward to the whenever they reveal this. Media Molecule, I'm a little surprised they're even still open after going this long hiatus without anything to show for it. I think Dreams came out in 2019, so 7 years it's been. I hope they're far along in their game. Maybe we'll see it in another, maybe in a year, possibly. I don't know if it'll be at the State of Play. It feels like that might be too early, as these details have just started leaking out. I don't know. It could be. They could have like a teaser to show us or something, but I'm not banking my hopes on anything. So, but yeah, no. Media Molecule, new game, open world, possibly. We'll keep an eye on that for sure. I'm gonna kind of have my ear to the ground when it comes to their next game. So, but moving on, we have Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is getting new DLC. I think, did they announce when? Was it this year? No, I'm sorry. It's due out next year, actually. So we're not even getting it this year. But yeah, this comes 12 years after the original game. 11 years after their last expansion. So this one is called Songs of the Past. So they did announce some details. This comes from IGN. Yeah, it's going to launch 2027, so next year, on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. CD Projekt Red is co-developing Songs of the Past with Fool's Theory. Songs of the Past will return players to the role of legendary monster slayer Geralt of Rivia for a brand new adventure when it launches in 2027, and it just lists all the platforms there. But this is a nice surprise. I wouldn't say it's like a surprise because we heard about this last year, right? Like I remember last year they were talking about, there was a rumor going around that they were going, or maybe it was earlier. No, you know what? It could have been earlier this year, not last year. It was earlier this year. I forgot how far along in the year we were. We're already in June almost. But yeah, a few months ago, they announced, or not announced it, but there was a rumor going around that there was going to be an expansion for Witcher 3. Announced soon, is what they had said. So, looks like it's coming true. Yeah, they say here, because it even says here, the rumors about this expansion have been doing the rounds online for some time. Yeah, I'd say for the past few months. But yeah, CD Projekt, they announced an official special anniversary stream for Blood and Wine, set for May 28th. So, which people thought they were going to confirm the DLC there. But yeah, let me see if I can read anything else about here. Requirements will become. Oh, it doesn't say much, but yeah. So this, I don't know if this is going to maybe kind of bridge a gap between 3 and 4, possibly. I wonder. I don't know if 4 is not coming. I don't know when 4 is coming out, but we probably are looking at a couple more years for Witcher 4. But I think there must be a reason for this DLC, right? Like 12 years. Well, it'll be 13 years after the game released from when it launches. So there's got to be a reason for this DLC this late. I think it's going to tie into 4 somehow. But it's cool. I mean, Witcher 3 was really good. I didn't play any of the expansions though. But I did enjoy my time with Witcher 3. It was great. So I probably won't get this, seeing as I haven't played any of the other expansions. But it's still exciting news, especially for fans of the game and people who want more Witcher 3 in their life. Now you have a reason to go back to it. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully they'll show more of that, in more details of that soon. So, okay, this was pretty big news. It came out a couple days ago. We have more price increases. It's yeah, God. This economic landscape, man. It's just everything's going up, man. We're getting priced out of our hobby. I feel like it's just everything's going up way too fast, way too much. It's so yeah. Steam Deck, Valve has raised the price of the Steam Deck. Uh, they they had been out of stock for some time. They brought them back into stock only to announce at the same time, hey, by the way, our prices are going up. So the new prices for Steam Deck, at least new U.S. prices, the Steam Deck OLED, the 512 gigabyte, is going from 549 to 789. So yeah, that's what a 240 dollar price increase. Now, the Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte is going from 649 to, or I should just say 650 to 950. And that is a $300 price increase. And that is, folks, that's insane. I don't know how else to put it, but that's a crazy price. Dude, the 1 terabyte is more expensive than a PS5 Pro now. A PS5 Pro is 900. And it's the 1 terabyte OLED Steam Deck is 950. It's saying it out loud is just it's funny. I I don't know what they're gonna do. Valve is in such a precarious like position. I should say they have these handhelds. I know from what I understand they're subsidizing them, but I mean like how much do you have to? You've got to be almost incompetent as far as like how to react to market conditions. Because I mean, how does the Switch only raise theirs $50? How are they able to? They're able to navigate this a lot better, I would say, than Valve is. Valve, I think, is just falling flat on their face with this pricing of these Steam Decks, and I don't know. This now everyone's kind of, including me, kind of concerned now about the Steam Machine. What does this mean for? I mean, should they? At this point, I don't even know. Should they even release the Steam Machine now? You know, like what do you do? What do you do now? Because whereas one time I thought that they could release this thing at like, oh yeah, like $600-700. No, this I think we're looking at. I think we're looking at like a $1,200+ system. I really, really do. I don't know how else to going by those comparing those specs to the Steam Deck specs. You know, it's 6 times more powerful, as Valve has said. I don't see a world where the Steam Machine is under 1,000 at least, but I think it's going to be 1,200+. Like I said, it's just nuts. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. They're sitting on the Steam Machine far too long. Who knows when the heck we're going to see it now? I mean, I don't know, but they can't wait too long. I mean, it's going to feel more and more outdated the longer they wait. I don't know. I don't know if they should just cancel the Steam Machine. I know people don't want to hear that, but if you're not going to be able to get this out at a somewhat decent price, I mean, this thing's going to just not sell and just be a total loss for you. I mean, no, I don't know. It's dumb, man. I mean, what did the reasons for the hike? I mean, they cited rising memory and storage costs, sure, okay, as the main driver, alongside global logistical challenges affecting the industry. I mean, yeah, it's affecting everybody, but how does the ROG Ally looks pretty dang good in comparison now, doesn't it? I mean, I don't think they've raised the prices of the ROG Ally. They're probably going to now. But, I mean, I would just get an Ally. I mean, like a ROG Ally X for like around the same price, and it's way more capable. Way more capable than a Steam Deck. So I don't know, man. Valve's got to figure something out. They got to figure it out. I I'll leave it at that. Best of luck to Valve. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I wanted to go over to this bit of news now. We had Dragon Quest Day, the 40th anniversary. I was looking forward to this quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I'm a massive Dragon Quest fan. I'm not a massive fan, but I've played quite a few of the entries. Starting my first one was 8 on the PS2. Well, technically it was 7 on PS1. I didn't get that far into it though. I think I put it down after a few hours. But so the first one that I played and beat was 8 on PS2, and I love that game. And I'm like, okay, cool. Are we getting Dragon Quest 8 remaster? Tell me we're getting a remaster. No, that's not happening. Well, at least they didn't announce it. I shouldn't say it's not happening, but they didn't announce that here. I'm like, okay, well, they're gonna. I thought maybe they would announce a HD 2D remaster of maybe the next trilogy. I don't know, 4, 5, and 6, possibly. We'll get that. No, didn't get that. Instead, what we got was Dragon Quest Monsters, a new Dragon Quest Monsters game. Which I'm not ragging on Dragon Quest Monsters. I haven't played any of them. They're probably fun. I know people like Dragon Quest Monsters, so. But it was only about 10 minutes long. So, I mean, I shouldn't have expected much anyway, because that's pretty short. Yeah, it's called Dragon Quest Monsters. I'm trying to read it here. The Withered World. And it says here that it's featuring Bianca and Nira from Dragon Quest V, Hand of the Heavenly Bride, which I never played 5. So, I don't know these characters at all. And that is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, Switch, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. So it's coming to everything. So I don't know. I might check it out. Like I said, my experience with the series is kind of limited. I played 8, 9. Of course, 10 didn't make it here. 11. I played both Dragon Quest Heroes games. Both Dragon Quest Builders games, and I love all those. So I do like Dragon Quest. I was just hoping for a bit more. They did show. Excuse me. They did show Dragon Quest 12. Now the big thing about Dragon Quest 12 is they announced here is they completely restarted development of this game. They had a team reshuffle, basically, and they completely started from scratch again. And this part kind of upset me. They're completely doing away with the darker tone of that they had planned originally for 12. No more of that. It's going back to the lightheartedness, which I mean, that's fine. I know Dragon Quest is known for that, for just being more of the upbeat, kind of silly, lighthearted RPG. Not that it's without its dark tones. It does have it, and it does have its more darker stories within the series I've read. So I know they're not. It's not every entry is like that, but that's what they've been kind of recently known for, and that's okay. I mean, I'll give them that. They can. I mean, they must have seen something that they didn't like, or just going in a direction that they weren't very pleased with. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed because I wanted to see a darker toned or darker, more mature story with Flames. Flames of Fate. I was forgetting the name. So I was really looking forward to that. I was like, oh, cool, nice, a cool darker tone, darker story, narrative. But they're doing away with that completely. So yeah, they're going with now it's called Dragon Quest 12. I forget the name of it. I was hoping I could read it here, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, here it is. Beyond Dreams. So Dragon Quest 12 Beyond Dreams. It's gonna focus on like well the dream state. I think you can tell. So the protagonist is getting a lot of heat too. People don't like how he looks, including me. Kind of. I don't know. I don't. I think he looks kind of weird. Um, I don't know. He's got these. I get it. He's supposed to look tired because his eyes are all baggy. You can see it. He just looks. You know what I mean. But it doesn't come off very good to me. But I digress. It's whatever. It's Dragon Quest. So they didn't show off. They showed off a little bit of gameplay, kind of. They didn't show any battling. I wanted to see like a battle. I was really hoping to see that. But they did show him like running, like jumping and rolling off of a cliff, and then just kind of running through the world. Okay, so the game looks beautiful. I will say that the graphics really really nice. They did a good job. I mean, just from 11 to 12. Which makes sense. 11 came out. What was it like? 8 years ago. So, I so it looks it looks really really nice. So I am pleased with the visuals for sure. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm a little hung up on a couple things. I'm a little hung up, like I said, on the protagonist. I'm not feeling his look. Maybe he'll grow on me. They often do. Uh, the guy from I forgot his name, protagonist from Star Ocean 6. He grew on me for sure, and I hated his look at first. So we'll see what happens. I don't want to write him completely off yet, but I don't know. We'll see. So, and that's really it of note. That's really the only two things that they announced. So it was a letdown for sure. Like I said, I was hoping for Dragon Quest VIII Remaster. It's my favorite game in the series. And or like again, I was hoping that they were gonna do an HD 2D remaster of the next trilogy, 4, 5, and 6, but that is not to be. So we'll have to wait and see if those things ever do get announced in the future. I hope that they do because they're on a roll right now with Dragon. Well, just Square Enix in general, I think, is on a pretty good roll as of late. So we will see what happens with that. So yeah, that's Dragon Quest Day. So I'm going to move on here. So a bit of Bungie news. We'll end the show with. So things are not surprising, but not going too well with Bungie. They just announced that they are doing their final update for Destiny 2. So it's been 12 years for Destiny 2. It's or I should say since Destiny. The first Destiny, I'm thinking. Anyway, no, I think it's been 9 years since Destiny 2, I think. But yeah, last update. So that's kind of crazy. I guess it's going to be a big update. I've been hearing. So it's going to, it's free for all. Yeah. Destiny 2 Monument of Triumph. It's going to drop on June 9th of this year. And then it says here it's going to, marking the end of all seasonal content, expansions, and story updates. The game will remain playable indefinitely, but, no further content is planned. So, that would be all well and good if they were gearing up for maybe Destiny 3. But now comes the other side of the bad news for Bungie. Well, for a lot of people. It's come out recently that Jason Schreier from Bloomberg has said that there's basically they have no approved project for Destiny 2 team. So Bungie 3, he's saying that Bungie 3 basically is not in active development. It's not entering production. Sony hasn't greenlit any new Destiny title or internal pitches for new projects, including some set in the Destiny universe, are still in the incubation stage with no guarantee of becoming full games. So, I don't know. Unfortunately, that means from what I'm hearing, what we're hearing too now is the studio is preparing for another round of pretty major layoffs, confirming, just because ending Destiny 2 content, which doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise. I think Bungie's made up of, gosh, it's like 700, 800 people. I think it's like 700 and something people at Bungie, and that's after all of the layoffs that they already had. So I mean, Bungie was I didn't realize how massive of a team Bungie was. But yeah, so that kind of makes sense. I know you kind of have to have a larger team really for live service just because it's so demanding and you have so much that you have to constantly be on top of with a live service game. I don't know. But this is disappointing to say the least that Bungie 3 isn't in active development. It absolutely should be. I mean, Destiny is so popular, such a huge IP for Bungie. It's what's their biggest IP now that they don't have they don't have Halo. There was a petition going around that's I think it's well over 300,000 signatures now, asking Sony to greenlight Destiny 3. So that's something I'm sure Sony can't ignore. That's a big deal. That's a lot. That's a lot of signatures. I signed it. I'm not even like a big Destiny fan, but it's a big deal for a lot of people. It's important to a lot of my friends, so I want to support them. I want them to have a Destiny 3. So we'll see what happens. I know Sony. They they definitely see the petition. But whether they're going to act on it, I don't know. Sony hasn't been making the best decisions lately, in my opinion. They've kind of been taking a lot of L's. So from the huge console price increase to increasing the subscription cost, and I don't know. They've got to figure it out. I think they are kind of course correcting. In some ways, they're kind of steering away now from the live service stuff. I think they're still going to try with Fair Games, which is apparently breaking now, as we've discussed on the show already. I think what they have, they're going to still try with it. Horizon Hunter's Gathering, they still have coming out. I think they're going to try and make a big push for that. You'll probably see that at the State of Play, I'm sure. Probably a trailer for it, I'm assuming. Hopefully not a long trailer, but a trailer anyway, nonetheless. So we'll see what happens here. I want Sony to do. I mean, I want all the studios to do good, all the companies, I should say, to do good. It's gonna harbor more. The competition is gonna make everything, make them fight for your dollar more. So we need that. We need a competent Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. But we'll see what happens here. So, but that is all the news that I have for you guys. Like I said, it's a shorter episode. I'm sorry about that. We're running only like 35-ish minutes here. But let me know what you guys think. You know, anything that I talked about today. You know, I questions, comments. I'd love to hear them. So, but all right, guys. Well, that will do it for today's episode. If you're new and you're checking us out for the very first time, hey, throw us a like. Maybe even subscribing. That'd be cool. It would help us. No, but really, it would help us all out a lot and help the channel out a lot. So until next time, guys, you stay leveled, stay looting, and we will catch you at the next save point. Peace.